I'm sure you want to join me in welcoming the 2016 MCE Insurance British Superbike champion, Shane Shakey Byrne. Wow, Shakey. We were thinking at one point that you were kind of just coasting along and going to finish things off in race 3, but you've pulled it off in race 2.
I was very, very conscious of that race, and the conditions. Fair play to the boys who went off in the front, because in the beginning I was stuck behind Tommy Bridewell, and all the places in the dry where my bike's really, really good, sort of where I could make passes were really, really wet, and all the places where I wasn't very strong were dry, so it made it particularly tricky getting past him. And I had one go and went a bit wide, and then a couple of guys came past, and then Leon came past, and I thought, oh blimey, here we go. They kind of pulled away a little bit, and the track just sort of just progressively a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And when I saw that that they weren't disappearing, I got my head down for a bit, because one, I was conscious of grid position for race 2, of which I have no idea where I am, race 3, sorry. So I thought, right, come on, try and string a couple of laps together and get a half sensible lap time. And then I started to reel the guys back in, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I only actually need to finish follow Leon across the finish line. I don't actually need to beat him. And then I got on his back wheel, and then he passed somebody, and then I got past that person, and he passed somebody else, and then he got past 2, and then I had to get past 2. And in the end, I just kind of brought it home. But in some ways, I'm a little bit disappointed, because it's a massive achievement to take on a brand new manufacturer in Ducati, who haven't won a title since I last won the championship for them in 2008, and so far win 9 races and take a British Superbike championship. It's been really, really difficult, but I'm a racer, and I want to win races. And seeing P1 2016 when you finished 9th in the race or whatever didn't really float my boat, if I'm honest. I was like, right, okay, that's that done. But fingers crossed, if the race dries out, or the track dries out for this afternoon's race, we can have a real good go and try and get at least one race win for the Brands Hatch crowd, for BYs at PBM Ducati, and for all the supporters who've helped us along the way.
You mentioned there how hard you've worked, and the team have worked, everyone around you've worked. How does this 5th title compare to the other 4?
Well, I think tonight, after 1 or 2 little glasses of champagne, it'll probably feel absolutely brilliant. But right this minute, it's been a bit of a frustrating weekend, because I think I finished. Where did I finish yesterday? Unless I'm on the podium, I have no idea where I finish a race. I don't really care less. But I think I finished 6th or 7th or something yesterday, and had like a 9th or whatever it was today. And it's really, really difficult to be enthusiastic and full of beans about the positions. And I've concentrated really, really hard all this week on making sure that this weekend has been as normal as any other, and a normal weekend means fighting for race wins. So when I'm having to take a 6th or having to take a 9th or whatever just to be safe, it's hard to be super happy right this second. But ultimately the history books are going to say that now we're 5 times champion. It's a big weight off my shoulders, and this afternoon we can let the old girl have it.
You'll go out in race 3, of course. I'm sure you get a great reception for the crowd. They've been magnificent behind you. Will you make any changes to the bike for race 3?
It depends on the track temperature, to be honest. The bike was absolutely fine. The bike wasn't an issue at all. It was the rider on top of it that was causing the grief, because experience is a wonderful thing, but it can also in some ways hold you back a little bit, because I did morning warm-up this morning, for instance, in those wet conditions, and yesterday's race, honestly, was probably the hardest wet race I've ever finished. Brands Hatch is really, really slippery, especially on the Indy circuit, and my bike felt dreadful. It's absolutely amazing in the dry, but it felt dreadful in the wet. And when I went out this morning, the bike felt better, but I had a flashback of 2014 or 15 when Keogh had his crash, and I just thought, it's a 10-minute warm-up. You're going to do like 4 or 5 laps. Just chill out, be careful, just enjoy it, sort of thing. And then yesterday's race was a similar situation. I knew Leon had gone out, but in 2013, Alex crashed, and then I fell down straight after. So all of these things have been like sitting on my shoulder, niggling away at me, and yes, I've been careful, and yes, I'm a little bit disappointed for the crowd that we had to take a championship with a 9th, but either way, we take a championship, and now we can enjoy race 3.